What's happening, y'all? Let's jump right into this Big Brother Season 26, Episode 7 recap. Contrary to the past couple of seasons that I have covered, normally I'm like, oh, when I get to the episodes, it's just filler because I saw everything on the feeds. I mean, this year I can get some kind of a general idea of what happened in the house from the feeds, but they have cut so much out of the feeds that I am literally watching the episodes to catch up and figure out what I've missed. Because normally, I remember it was a thing. There was another Big Brother vlogger who would always post things that usually ended up on the actual show, but now it's not even possible to do that because they just cut those things out. So it's like, y'all get what you get. You have no say in the matter. If we decide to show you this, we show you this. And if we decide we don't want to show you this, we're not going to show you this. So the Angela show continues, much to the chagrin of some of you. I will be talking about Angela again because that's what they're giving us to talk about. Hi, Ma. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cass. Hi, Edward. Edward. Ma, you are trying to not include Edward. Why did you lump everybody together and then not pay attention to Edward? That was culturally insensitive. Anyways, so I wrote down some notes for this episode, which is something that I pretty much have not done yet this season, but I decided to do it today because that's usually what I like to do. MJ was still talking about having a main plan. She has like a grand master plan of getting out Edward. Oh, you want to know where you didn't include Edward? Let me go back up. Right, where is it? Right here. Oh, Edward has a mod wrench. Okay, I pulled an Angela there. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, so MJ still has a main plan of getting out Angela. Quinn and Brooklyn realize that they are fourth and fifth in the Pentagon. So they're like, okay, we realize we were asked fourth and fifth about being included in the Pentagon. So that means that there was already a group prior to us. And so we have to kind of work together, which is smart. So Chelsea is worried about Lisa. Chelsea and Lisa have these interesting conversations with each other where they ask each other, where they ask each other direct questions and then they lie to each other. And then they're like, oh, thanks for being transparent. So in the last episode, Lisa, what was happening in the last episode? I think Chelsea had spoken to Lisa about something, asked her a question, and Lisa lied about it. And this time, Lisa was like, am I the target? And Chelsea is like, no. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. You are not the target. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Chelsea was asking Lisa about if she voted for Matt. And she was like, no, I did not vote for Matt to stay. And Chelsea was like, she told the diary room, like, I don't believe that. She doesn't believe that. So then Chelsea, in turn, then lies to Lisa about being the target when at that point in time, she was the target. Okay. So I made a note that the core doesn't seem to include T core in the core. No pun intended for that. But I just happened to notice that they had the core three, Cedric, Cam and Chelsea. And then they were having a conversation outside, and T-Core was kind of like, hey, it would be cool if there was another black winner. And the four of them were sitting out there. And then Angela, I was going to say, I thought it was over the, yeah. So yeah, it was over the mat vote. So then Angela looks outside and she was like, those four. So she decides to give Quinn a heads up and basically say, this is a group to watch out for. So then Quinn decides to tell T-Core because they're working together, which Quinn later admits was also like a gameplay strategy of his. So T-Core then goes around and tells Cedric, this house is just like nobody holds anything, nobody keeps anything. But I want to say that that's modern day Big Brother because it's the exact same thing that was happening last season. A lot of alliances, a lot of secrets that weren't kept, and it's so early. So, gameplay is at a low, but action is at a high. So after T-Core tells Cedric, Cedric is like, oh, I gotta alert Chelsea. Cedric tells Chelsea. It just goes around and around. We had the veto ceremony in the middle of that, or the veto selections, not the ceremony. And the veto selections were Brooklyn and Joseph, and then Kenny wins the power of veto. People keep talking about Kenny does not want to be in the house. I mean, ultimately, he's in the house. People are like, why don't you get somebody who really wants to be there? Two things can be true at the same time, to be honest. Like, you can struggle with being in the house and you can miss your family, you can miss your children, your wife, whoever's back home for you, and you can still want to be in the game. You can wrestle with that. So Kenny's still there until Kenny says I quit. That's the way that I feel about it. And Kenny, by the way, did an amazing job in that power veto game, because that was a really hard game with balancing the binary codes, like the ones and O's, whatever. That looked like it was really hard, and he did it, and he won it, and that means he's safe for another week, no matter whether people like it or not. I still like Kenny, so I don't know. I guess the general Big Brother community doesn't feel the same way from the stuff that I glanced through, but that's how I feel. Yes, Cass, I'm sure you would win everything. You'd be the best Big Brother player ever. Let's see. So Chelsea ends up confronting Angela about her comments, and Angela doesn't really address the comments too much. I mean, she tries. She's like, "Oh no, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean it that way." But she immediately directs it to Quinn. She was like, "The only person I said this to is Quinn." And then, yeah, it becomes this whole big thing where Angela is crying and she's like, "I'm not racist." That was after T-Core ended up speaking to her, because Angela went to confront Quinn about telling people about this comment that she made. And then T-Core was just like, it could come with a certain perception. You don't necessarily have to assume that we're working together because we're just four people sitting together outside. Even though, funny enough, in this case, unlike the other incidents from the past couple of seasons, three of them are actually working together, and it showed that they were having a conversation about having a black winner, which is, I always find that to be an interesting thing about Big Brother, because now, after the cookout, it's hard for anyone to even insinuate that people of color are working together because they have to be worried about how they're going to be perceived. Now, in this specific case, Angela was doing the most. I did not find the crying that she was doing to be genuine. And she was like, I'm not racist. You can replay the tapes and they will show that I'm not racist. And I'm like, nobody really said that you were racist. And then Cedric, it was funny because Cedric hugged her, and then Cedric said to the diary room, like, I don't think you're racist. I just think that it was a terrible, you're making terrible game moves. You're making bad game decisions, and people are seeing that. So she kind of blew it up into more of a race thing. It's not like other seasons where everyone went around the house and was like, Angela's racist, Angela's racist. No, T-Core specifically said, this is how that comment made me feel. It wasn't really a big thing. And then she made it a big thing, and she made it about herself because she went around crying. She was talking about her perception. I feel like, I don't know, not everyone is going to agree, but I feel like Angela is acting because I didn't feel anything genuine about that. And neither did T-Core. T-Core walked out of the room while she was crying and was just like, I can't believe this, these tears. And the tears would start and stop on command. She starts crying, then she stops instantly, and then she starts again, and then she stops, and I'm like, Cedric said what he said on the nose. Yeah, I agree. I agree with him. So then after a while, Angela ends up circling back and apologizing for the comments that she made. She was just like, she apologized to T-Core after making that big scene and telling everyone she's not racist, when again, I didn't see anybody call her racist. But anyways, after that apology, T-Core says in the diary room that she genuinely appreciates the apology, and she also told Angela, I wasn't saying that you were racist. Talk about a big thing made out of a little thing. Towards the end of the episode, Tucker is pressing MJ about the other power, and it's like, oh, I know you have a power. I know you have a power. Then MJ finally ends up telling Tucker about the power. Tucker says that's a stupid move because you just deny. You know, the power is basically not a power if people know about it. But at that point in time, I just feel like this particular house, just like last season, once you tell one person, everybody is gonna know. Everybody is gonna know. So I don't feel like it was a bad move. It would have been a bad move if he was the only one that she told, because obviously he took that information and ran around with it instantly. But I think that it was an okay move because at this stage, it means that basically the whole house just knows that if you put MJ up in any of the next 3 weeks, she will take herself out. You can flush out the power. That's a survivor move right there, flushing out the power. But this game is a little different than Survivor because Survivor is like you got to survive until the next day. Big Brother is a long game. So imagine if you flush out her power and then she stays. And now she knows that you're working against her, just like Chelsea said. It would be a big power move, but it's not smart to try to make big power moves on week 2. So I think she did the right thing, especially you get Tucker volunteering to be the replacement nom. You throw Tucker up there. That's an easy move. He asked to be there. Now you have multiple threats that everyone would want to see go home on the block. Like, this is the best case scenario for Chelsea. She didn't ruffle feathers. She didn't anger anyone in the house. And she didn't show her cards. by making these 3 selections. Because like, okay, Lisa, Tucker, and Angela, all people that you could give reasons for them leaving. Yeah, and of course Tucker was trying to gas her up to make that move because he's not the HOH. It's easy for somebody who's not the HOH to be like, "Oh, make this big move," because then she's going to be stripped of her power when you're not making the move. So, I think it's good to play it safe early. That's like a you're in the final 7 type of move. And you know someone has a power then, which probably will not happen, but let's just say that that was the case. Angela only goes if Lisa wins the AI arena. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen between now and Thursday, to be honest. Yeah, but that's what I got. So I thought that it was actually a good episode and I enjoyed the episode, but again, they're still making it the Angela show. It's the Angela show. That's how it's been. And some people are like, Angela is great TV. You're gonna realize that when she's not there. And I'm like, she's not like some classic. She's not even a classic dramatic player. Because there's people who were not good, but they were dramatic and they were good for TV. And I don't even see her there. Like, remember last season we had Izzy, we had Heisem. You know, whether you like them or not, we had Sari, we had Jared. You know, there was a lot of action going on and a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things going on just last season. So, like Angela feels like, for me, it feels like CBS is grasping at straws. Like I still cannot believe that they've been making all these Angela posts on their Instagram. They put her in a TV commercial. They had Julie Chen do an interview about her. I'm like, what has she done? So I actually can't wait until she's not in the house. And hopefully it's more focused on the gameplay. Because nothing worse than an episode that was like almost like a forced race topic. I was like, oh man, we're going there. We're going there and we don't need to go there. Could you imagine Sari here this year? Probably would have cussed Angela out. Probably. Probably either of the mamas would have done that. So that's where we're at. It's still a game of who likes who. This person likes that person. We all know about the power, and that makes us all powerful. We know about everybody's power. We got Brilliant Tucker volunteering to go up as the replacement nom. That's pretty much all I got. Yeah, that is all that I've got. So I'm looking forward to Thursday's episode to see who goes home, to see who wins the AI arena. I would like for Lisa to win the AI arena because that would be the most dramatic scenario, which would be Angela and Tucker sitting next to each other on the block. And I don't really like, there's not really a huge game reason for everyone to be ganging up on Lisa, by the way. I don't really feel that way. Yeah, you could say she's a threat, but there's a lot of people that you can say are threats right now. You could say she's annoying, but that's not really a game reason. It's not about whether someone's annoying or not. It's about whether they have numbers. And from everything I've seen so far, it does not seem like Lisa is a power player in that sense. Maybe in the sense of she wants to be a power player and she wants to win comps. That in itself could be scary because that kind of person is a wild card like Kenny. Like if Lisa wins or if Kenny wins an HOH, you can't really control what they're going to do. So that part of it might be scary, but overall, I wouldn't be in some big rush to get Lisa out like that. Sari would have said, "Girl, please." I would love a Lisa win. Yes, I'm also rooting for a Lisa win. They can say Tucker is a threat, just like how but for some reason, that has not really been a major conversation, and I think it should. I mean, they've kind of said it a few times, but it's not like a huge thing. Why Matt specifically and not Tucker? I don't get it. Tucker has a better social game and more Riz. They should get the opportunity. They should take. I know. They take the opportunities when you have them. I think Tucker goes home if he doesn't win. How do I block Lisa? I do like how the AI arena makes the elimination. They needed to do these things last season, but I guess they learned from their mistakes. If Tucker goes home, shoot, I'll be blindsided. He would be blindsided too. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's the main person that they are gunning for, but you never know. You never know. You know what? I'm surprised that more people have not kind of gone in on Quinn. Well, actually, I'm not surprised. The reason why is because nobody saw what he said in the episode until it aired. So I wonder if people are going to go in on Quinn for saying that he strategically gave T-Core that information about Angela for gameplay reasons. And then he kind of laughed about it, like the whole reaction that she had and everything like that. Unless they played it out of order. I don't know. But I don't think so. Character development. Never volunteer to put yourself on the block. Not the pooch. I met Pooch, by the way. I met Pooch at this last Big Brother party. Let the Lisangelo show continue. Yeah, like what are they gonna do when the people that they're giving these kind of non-game reasons for wanting them out? What are they gonna do when they're out? Now you're gonna have to actually game and figure out game reasons to play the game. I don't think that was bad. Lisangela, I don't think that's bad. Hey Tammy, long time no see on my live. It's better this way. Angelisa. I mean it goes better. Angelisa goes better, but I like names that are unique. I would put the LIS and then put the dash and then Angela. That's what I would do. This Angela, LOL, Angisa sounds like an infection. How about mixing hurricane? Oh, I missed this comment up here. I wonder if it wasn't and acted like. I mean, a lot of those DRs sound like they were spoon fed. Like Cedric's DR when he was talking about he made some kind of war reference. Like a lot of these DRs really do seem production fed. I know it's a known thing that happens, but this seems more so than usual. I caught Angisa last week. I'm sorry, Cass. I hope that you can get a prescription to get that fixed up. Tropical storm Lisa and Hurricane Angela. They walk into the DR and read a teleprompter clearly. Like it's clear. It has been a while. Hi, Edward. Anyways, y'all, I'm done for the night. I'm hopping off. Thanks for joining me. Hold on, let me see. But before I go, where was I today? None of these really apply, but somewhat happy with the episode. I mean, it's been one of the episodes I like the most so far. They are really making sure that the Wednesday episodes seem to be the best episodes because they show us some of the many things that they have been cutting out of the feeds. Because the rest of it,
It's like, this is all way too much. It's so stupid.
all right. The Mimi scale, it's probably in between. It's probably in between a couple of things, but still hoping for a live HOH comp. Yeah, me too. And now I'm going to go. And please make sure, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content. You are now tuned in to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective.
What's up, family? It's Mimi from Big Brother Season 25, and you are now tuned in to Mindful Reality with Mark. I need for y'all to stop what you're doing and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe because the math ain't mathin', okay?
So you literally were one of my very first followers. And then when you followed me and I, followed back, I was like, this dude is cool. Like,
if they say talk to your manager, you just say, you know what, talk to the hand. You don't need to be on my podcast. But, yeah, dude. Yeah, you do a great job.
Thank you. I always get a kick out of talking with you on Patreon. You have a really good, view on everything.
That wasn't planned.
You know what?
Thank
but
you.
I like this Canadian.
Well,
I like this one.
well, thank you.